Welcome to this week's TDD Weekly Report for the week ending June 13th. First up, I have a story out of Ohio. This is a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio. I'm going to call this one the spoiled brat grown-up child. When a son, angry that his father had ordered him to clean up his room, he took a plate of food and threw it across the table. Upon having that happen, his dad called 911. The son's name is Andrew Mizak. He's 28 years old, still living at home, totally rent-free. When the police arrived, he started crying uncontrollably and agreed to go back and start cleaning his room. Another interesting detail is Andrew Mizak, 28 years old, is on the school board of the Bedford, Ohio School District. His mom is also a councilwoman, so that was rather interesting. Subsequently, the school board punished Andrew by removing 2 of his duties. I wonder if maybe they have a timeout chair for him he could go and sit at for a little while. Maybe he needs to grow up just a bit. Secondly, this one's the U.S. military, the U.S. Air Force specifically, spent $25 million training Officer Lieutenant Colonel Victor Fehrenbach. He is a combat pilot, decorated over 30 times. He's earned 30 awards, decorations with tours of flying F-1SEs. He's had tours of duty in Kosovo, Afghanistan, and Iraq. He was also picked as one of the elite flying members to protect our country at the time of the September 11th attack. He is being discharged because of being gay. Now, he has made an effort all through his military career, and by the way, both of his parents are military officers too. He's made an effort to keep his life private all the way through his career, and it only came to light because a civilian actually reported him to the military authorities. But we spent $25 million on this officer, and he has definitely showed the kind of dedication that makes me proud to have someone like him serving our country. So I'm hoping that people will rally behind his cause. He's saying that there's still a good chance to fight it because by the time the procedure and the paperwork goes through, it's still going to be a number of months to go. So he's also appealing to President Obama for his case to back him up on this. So another hero that I totally salute him for his efforts and hope we get to keep someone with his level of talent in the service protecting our country. I feel much safer having competent people like him around. And what he does in his private life, if he keeps it private, is up to him as far as I'm concerned. What do you have for us this week, Ben?
Thanks, Chuck, and g'day everyone. For my first story this week, we go to the city of Nagpur in India to meet the world's smallest teenager. 15-year-old Jyoti Amjad stands just 1 foot 11 inches tall and weighs 12 pounds. Doctors believe Jyoti is a pituitary dwarf because all her limbs and organs are proportionate to her body size. Jyoti has no regrets being small, and she quite enjoys all the attention. In the Western world she would be considered a freak of nature, but in India they see her as a lucky charm and they treat her like a goddess. I'm sure everyone's aware of this disturbing new trend where teenagers are videoing both boys and girls being bashed and then they're posting them online. Well, in Australia that is now an offence and you could go to jail. 17-year-old Joel Smith from the Gold Coast received 2 years probation and 160 hours of community service for posting a video of the unprovoked bashing of a 14-year-old girl. The judge noted that he showed a totally callous disregard for her well-being and he encouraged the assault by the teenage female attacker. Well, as you can see, Smith is a little bit camera shy himself, but isn't it great when the government and the law courts get it right? And finally, from Japan, here is a couple who have discovered a new way to exercise their dog. Doggy calisthenics. What will I think of next? Anyway, that's it from me this week. Back to you, Chuck.
Thanks, Ben. Last up, this is bank manager Dwayne Roberts, 31 years of age. I guess for a while was doing a little bit of embezzling of the bank's money on the side, so he decided a clever way to cover it up would be to start a fire inside the vault. And that way, by the time the insurance investigators come, there would be an undisclosed amount of money missing, and that way it would cover up the amount of money that he had taken. Well, he didn't quite plan it as well as he should have. When he started the money on fire, he closed and locked the vault, but he also forgot about the fact that he had closed and locked his keys inside, so he was not able to get back into the vault or lock the bank doors or even drive himself home after he started the fire. So that was not the most clever plan in the world, so he'd probably be serving a little bit of time. That's Dwayne Roberts, 31. He's going to be convicted of arson and theft. So take care, everybody. That's my stories for this week. I will catch you next week.